discussion. Since there are certain things that you're allowed to do on Chol Hamoed, like drive a car, or do certain types of things, certain type of activities you can do on Chol Hamoed. So am I supposed to have wear tefillin? Because it's not, it still has certain senses of weekdays, but on the other hand, it's still a holiday. If you're having a meal, you have to eat the meal in a sukkah. So you take a lulav and etrog during the holiday of Sukkot. So even though it's Chol Hamoed, so Chol Hamoed is like a quasi Yom Tov. Chol Hamoed is like a Mars, if you want to send to the group that we're on, and the Chol Hamoed is a, like you look at the glass, is the glass half full or the glass half empty? The fact that you have the aspects of the holiday during the Chol Hamoed, you should know if you want to have a sandwich. And this Chol Hamoed is going to be Thursday, right, Yaron? When does Chol Hamoed start? Wednesday night, right? Yom Tov is Monday night, Tuesday, Wednesday. So Wednesday night, Thursday is Chol Hamoed. You want to have a sandwich. Where do you have to eat the sandwich?
Yeah.
In the sukkah, even though it's Chol Hamoed.
Yeah, a lot of work for you. People say
So working depends on the situation. If there'll be a loss.
I had somebody that wanted to work for me. I had a job for them. They were making $4,000. I go, sorry, I can't do it next Thursday. I want to do it after the holiday. I got needed next Thursday. And he was doing it. He asked his rabbi, and he had very firm. I go, okay, no problem. Fine. I couldn't believe it.
Right. You should know B&H Photo is closed. I think Chol Hamoed.
Yeah.
Good morning. There's something called. Good morning, Yosef. Shalom Aleichem. Good to see you. Good. There's something called losing money and something called not making profit. It's two different things. If you have a leak in your house, and your house is going to get ruined, and you have to call a plumber, or you're a plumber, and you have to do real heavy work, then it's allowed. But if it's not because there's a loss of principle, you have certain types of material so that there'll be a loss. But if it's not a question of loss, it's a question of gain. So therefore, we say in honor of the Chol Hamoed, we're supposed to treat it with a certain, Chol Hamoed is interesting that the laws, there's a whole Masechta that deals at a certain amount, part of the Masechta called Moed Katan, which deals with the laws of Chol Hamoed. And there are books for him that are written on Chol Hamoed. In the yeshiva, there's a whole book called The Laws of Chol Hamoed. A whole book. What am I allowed to do on Chol Hamoed? What am I not allowed to say? Here, you're whetting my appetite. It says you're not allowed to do laundry on Chol Hamoed. It says also because why? What's the reason for that? There's a different reason for that. What's the reason why you're not supposed to do your laundry on Chol Hamoed? Because if you're going to do your laundry on Chol Hamoed, you might not be so on top of your game to do your laundry before Yom Tov. If I know I can do my laundry on Thursday, I'm not gonna be so careful to make sure that for Monday night everything is done. We want to make sure that you walk into the holiday looking top notch.
If you have waiters that work for you,
right?
Or send it out somewhere else. That's allowed, right?
No, I'm saying no. You again. You still are supposed to send them to the cleaners before Chol Hamoed, before Yom Tov, not to send in the cleaners on Chol Hamoed.
Yeah, if one day, even tomorrow, even today is day after Yom Kippur. So if your suit's going to be dirty or your shirt's dirty, and you may need more than a day to get it ready.
That's true. But in the old days, they would clean it themselves. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have someone to say. I mean, and there were people that there were laundry. Right, they had laundry. They had laundry people also. But the laundry people, how did they do it? They did it on the spot. They took it to the river.
Yeah.
Was it like? Right. Yes, Mr. Galapa, you were saying something.
Okay. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And just at one time there was no Hamoed. It was all a holiday. Is that? I'm asking. I don't know.
Right. So I'm going to answer Mr. Galapo's point. The Torah says, how do we distinguish? Where do we see the difference between the Yom Tov and the Chol Hamoed? Okay. The Torah says on the 15th day of Tishrei, which is when is the 15th day of Tishrei? Monday night, Tuesday. It's the 15th day of Tishrei. You're not allowed to do work. Kol melechet avodah lo sasu. The Torah says, I don't want you to do work during the 15th day of Tishrei.
Okay.
And it also says on the last day of the holiday, it says on the 8th day, Bayom Hashmini Atzeret Tieh Lachem. On Shmini Atzeret, which is the 8th day of the holiday, Torah says, I don't want you doing any work.
Okay.
So the Torah was very specific, clearly, that it highlighted the first day of the holiday and the 8th day of the holiday. And also, when it comes to Pesach, the Torah says the 15th day of Nisan, no work.
Okay.
The 7th day of Pesach, no work. So that's what the Torah was very specific. But when it comes to the Hamoed, they're called Mikra'ei Kodesh. They're called days of holiness. And the halacha is, and which types of things, some say, doing melacha on Hamoed, certain types of melacha is forbidden in the Torah. Some say it's forbidden in the Rabbanan. Now, what does it mean? It was given to the Chachamim to identify which things I can't do on Hamoed. Meaning, I want to go plant, I want to plow. That's not something I should be doing on Hamoed. That would be forbidden type of work. Planting, plowing, building. I want to go build the building on Hamoed. That type of work, no good.
Okay.
Now, other types of work, it depends on the situation. You want to sell some food for the holiday. You can sell food. You open up your store and sell food for the holiday. We need food for the holiday, right? We got to pay for that. You want to go ahead. Hopefully, you sold before the holiday, but you want to go ahead and the question is, the person's in the store selling fur coats. I sell fur coats, but it's not something that's needed for the holiday. So, and you can sell the fur coats after the holiday. They're not going away. The fur coats aren't getting ruined by closing the shop for the cameras at B&H Photo. The video cameras are not getting ruined by leaving it in the shelf. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So those type of work. See, like it says in Yalkut Yosef. Say it again. No, here in America. Meaning here in America, if I go ahead, if I'm a farmer, am I allowed to plant during Hamoed? Hamoed will be Thursday. No, I can't plant. I can't plow my field. There's certain things I can't do in the field on the Hamoed. I'm in the construction industry. Mr. Ash wants us to build a building. I have to say, Mr. Ash, I have to wait till after the holiday. I can't put down the cement, the Hamoed. That type of labor, that type of work. But let's say, like I said, there's a loss, that if you don't do it, you're going to come to a loss because, like I said, you're losing, there's a building, you need to call the plumber.
Right.
It's that type of thing you're allowed to go and do. Now, he says, if you have merchandise that's worth a certain value now, it has a value now, but a week from now, that merchandise value is going down. Whatever the type of business you're in, it's going to lose value. That the price of the item, let's say the season ends right, but the holiday is over, the season ends, and you're going to have to get a lower price. That's considered like a loss because there's a depreciation of the value of. That's how he considers it. That's what the Yalkut Yosef says. He says, even if you have a question, if it might go down in price, you could sell it. If you might go down in price,
this is not on your book, but
Hamoed.
Okay.
Also, I want to add one point. He points over here, something that there's a loss if you don't do it on Hamoed is only permitted if it wouldn't be extra tircha. That means if it's going to be a large amount of work. So I wonder with the plumber situation, if it might be better for me to get a non-Jewish plumber, because usually, depending what type of situation what the plumber has to do, sometimes he has to cut pipes, break pipes, very detailed stuff. So it sounds like if you're a Jewish plumber, if you're a Jewish man, you have a problem, you need a major plumbing job, it would sound like better to get a guy to go ahead and take care of it. because since it's such entailed type of, I gotta cut open the concrete, break open the, since I would say in that case, go get a. Okay, we're gonna continue after davening for a few minutes. It's a pleasure. Today we designated to Hamoed, and it's a big deal to wear. You're supposed to wear nicer clothing on Hamoed. You're not supposed to wear your regular night clothes that you wear every day. Even though everybody dresses nicely, but you're supposed to do it at least one notch better on Hamoed. It does not have to be Shabbat clothing, but something a little one notch, at least one. You want to wear Shabbat clothing. There were some rabbis that wear Shabbat clothing on Hamoed, but you don't have to do that. But what you need to do is to honor at least with one notch better. All right.
On next week, you.
Morning. What did you say?
Next week we schedule.
I think we're going to do Zoom. What time works? We're talking about. We're going to Sunday maybe we could do around close to 10. Bless you. Monday we have to figure out what time. We'll talk Sunday, but what take one day at a time.
Yeah. And then after the holiday, we're going to do.